So I had an idea to rank every termina contestant on the survivability of the real world. So how would we able to win termina contestant if it was based on in reality? For example, we will start with bottom tier. It will be, of course, Tanaka. He has no ability to survival or kill any other person. So, he will be the worst tier. Next to him, I will for sure give Olivia. Olivia's only good abilities is that she can use botanic, and I don't really see how that will be any useful in situation to kill anyone or yes. And also, one of the main thing I want to say is it is based on usage of gun. For example, Marco is pretty powerful person. He is strong, but for example, against Pau, he has no chance. Pau is good at aiming. Pau is good at uh, using guns, so he will be for sure higher tier. Next, I will rank in C tier Abella. Abella is of course strong, but so what? He can craft weapons, and we already said that guns are just better than any meat grinder she can craft. She also has no chance of throwing this contest. So when we sit here also will be Henrik. The only things we I used Henrik in front of Abella is because he can at least use short range weapons pretty skillfully, and that's it. So as we said about Marco will be first person is B tier because Marco is strong and it's like only things going for him. He will lose, of course, against some of the more powerful contestant, but at least he's strong. So next time I will add Kaguya in C tier. In the same reason, he's not really good at anything except his willingness, which will be too weak against Gun. Uh, Next, let's see. Uh, she will also be kind of A tier because at least she can use magic, which I don't understand how powerful is magic. Like in game, hearting just erases your limb, but yes, that's not really. I don't really have knowledge. I think someone will, but I for sure don't. On A tier, I will place Dan because of many reasons. For example, Dan was medic. He knows how to survive in this tense situation. He was in the army. He knows a bit, and I think he knows more. I think he has abil- more chance of surviving fatal wounds or even small wounds, which I think will be fatal for the most contestants. Only thing he's A tier is because he's good at medicine, and no one else is as good as him in medicine. So now Levi is pretty unique case. Levi's with addiction is like lowest tier. He will just cry and hide. But the most interesting thing is let's rank Levi without addiction. So what's his feat? As we know, he's a very powerful sniper. He's really good at guns. I think he's been for years since he was a small child. He knows how to shoot. He knows how to aim. He knows how to analyze the contestant. So I think he will be high A tier. He can hide all game, take his sniper, which we know that his most useful weapon is he can use snipers, really good. Just hide, aim for contestant, and voila, you won. the game. He has pretty good chance of survival, I think. I can even rank him S tier, but not because in S tier, who will be in S tier has most likely better chance. So Marine will be, I think, it's kind of same case as her because she's good at magic, better than everyone except Osa. She's pretty skillful at it, I think, but that's all about her. Nothing more, nothing less. And yes, Osa. Osa is the case I have least knowledge. I can least rank. It can be best tier. We know Osa is one of the powerful people in existence of this fair and Hungarian universe, but he's pacifist. He usually just sits there and meditates, and he will only attack you if you go in his personal space. So just use gun, and before you approach him, just shoot him. So I don't really know which tier he will be. I will rank him A tier, but you can argue he's S tier, or you can argue he's bit higher. So I will just go higher A tier. Now we have led with the best. For example, let's take Karen. At first glance, Karen is not that good, but if you just look at her, she has been in wars. She has survived many wars. She knows how to survive in stressful situation when danger lurks in every corner. She knows everything. She knows how to shoot. She knows how to survive. So I think she has best chance of surviving here. She's one. Also, let's take August. August does everything Karin does, but with bow. That's the thing. I'm sure August is better than every 8 tier contestant except Osa, as I said. He's pretty powerful with bow. He jumps off the rooftops. We have seen that. He does pretty weird stuff, and we should say that he must be S tier. And this pretty hard case, which I would rank higher. Uh, but I think Karen still has higher chance of survival because she uses gun. That's it. And now I think the best chance of surviving has Pav. Except you can say that Pav does not really want to survive and he will rush towards Kaiser and die. Yes, that will make D tier, but that's not fun for sure. So what if Pav decides to just win the game? So I think he will win the game. He has the most chance of winning game. He's best at using guns, except of Levi. He is pretty strong, like strongest except of Marco, and I think one or two can be arguable the stronger him, but he's pretty strong. He can use his gun. He's quick with his reflexes. He's good all arounder. So I think Pav would be best contestant. He has highest chance to win this case. That was the video. So I'll be glad if you comment about it. If you tell me what you agree on, what you disagree on, what I should improve, and bye. It was fun for me.